smoke, though. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems. You don't want smoke, though. You don't want problems. No, I say you don't want problems. You don't want smoke, though. You don't want. Call us dangerous. Ain't too many can play with us. See what this game here taking us. No barber, ain't no fading us. I ain't really saying much. Actions be louder than words, man. I just wanna be heard. For your mom to your pop to the beat to the birds, man. Cut right off on the curb like I'm Barry Sanders. Chains on and the diamonds dancing. Game on, so it's time to go. When the rain starts, I'ma let you know. Name a squad that is better though than my home team. We a pot of gold. I'm a dog. I'ma need a bone for my whole team. I'ma let it go like blah. Yeah, and it feel like yeah.
All right, Coach, we are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New Orleans Saints and our home team. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
Set, 19, 31. It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long day, offense.
Watson on first down. Flushed out right. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
I'm here all day.
Here's Watson. It's complete to Hopkins. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Out of the gun, Watson. Flush to his right. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. They'll step off the 5 yards.
Yeah, partner, you know, defensive end, he wants to get into the offensive backfield. He wants that get off to be as fast as possible. A little too quick on that one.
And the Raiders call on a nickel set here for third down. From the gun, here's Watson. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down. Watson off play action. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
He's going to look deep end zone for Hopkins. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. It's been a 7-play opening drive, and this is third and short. To throw is Watson. That's complete into the hands of Carson. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down.
So when you saw him dump it off to the back, did you think he was going to pick up the first down there?
Well, I knew one thing. It wasn't his primary target. At least it didn't look like it. Turned out to be the play they needed, though. And it's big because it's the opening drive. So converting that third down, keeping the play, not the play, the drive. And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. Mike Daniels able to record his 5th sack of the season. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Forced out to his left. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down. They'll try to capitalize on play number 11 of this opening drive. 3rd and goal. A shotgun snap for Watson. And he finds Cook. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 18.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Now whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Watson operating from the gun. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. DeAndre Hopkins with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Saints take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. Lutz good on the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
From the 38, Carr. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football.
Here we go. Here we go.
The score is Saints 7, Raiders nothing.
Monday down. 280. I'm trying to collect. Check 3. Check 3. Check 4.
On first down, they'll run with Hunt. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On 2nd down, It's Hunt. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. On third down, Nelson. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the first down marker. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is. Was a kicker from that distance, 56, 57 yards. So many things you got to worry about, but I am a little surprised he didn't get it there.
Yeah, with the way kickers are nowadays, we're surprised anything under 65 that it doesn't get at least to the crossbar. But remember this, you have to drive it a little bit lower in order to make that distance, and you also have to be worried about the interior rush that they can get their hands on it. So that's why those stronger kickers nowadays who can pop it up in the air and still travel and carry it, that's what you're looking for.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now it's Watson. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. 23 yards to pick up there. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. From the gun, Watson. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down. Watson now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's first down. Watson now to throw. That's caught. It's Thomas. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. They'll come out in the pistol. To the air yet again, Watson. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Thomas the intended target, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
Again, it's Watson. And the Raiders have got him. Maurice Hurst, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. So they're back at the 7 now for 3rd and goal. Now Watson from the gun, he'll throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
The kick by Lutz is good, and the lead moves to 10-zip. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
Let's go.
All right, coming up at intermission. Charles, you want to wait to enhance your Saturday?
I certainly do.
I've got just a thing for you. It's the coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by Orlando. He'll be alongside at half to take us through the weekend in the NFL. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. Now a handoff here to his running back. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, so it was looking good, but nothing there, and now it's 3rd down and inches. They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt. And he brings this up to the 46, good enough for the first. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. Now after the run by Hunt, here's 1st and 10.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Now they'll throw with Carr. Looking for Pettis, but that's intercepted. Picked up by Gary and Conley. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
Hey, we got to snap it. We got to snap it.
Throwing again is Watson. Eluding the pressure right. And some room to maneuver. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Guys, game situation. Let's go.
To throw is Watson, operating from the gun. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. He was trying to hit Thomas that time, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
To throw again on 2nd down, Watson. Got a man open, it's Ross. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. The Saints on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. That'll be complete to Cook. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Watson now 11 of 17 passing thus far. He's got his guys a 1st and 10. Watson. Cook's got it. Touchdown Saints. Jared Cook in the final seconds of the first half. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Lutz with the extra point. And that makes our score 17-0. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide.
A big seam, and he might go all the way. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
Extra point right down the middle. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Saints out on top. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
and I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive, and we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too, and they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. On first down, they go right back to Hunt. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. They run with Hunt. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 12 more yards there and another first down.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to the end zone real fast.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Those are the type of runs that we did not see from him in the first half, but a good start to the third quarter.
And I know what everyone's thinking that's watching this. They did a great job adjusting at the half. Oftentimes you don't make adjustments. You just dial into your game plan a little bit better, and maybe they start.
And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. J.J. Nelson. His 3rd touchdown now on the year, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. The extra point splits the uprights, and the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Now Watson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. So, my goodness, I wouldn't have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the second half. I just wonder on the other side of the field, where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They've got to go back out there and play.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Carr, he's going to get this to Austin, complete. Call it a gain of 3. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Going to go to Clement here out of the backfield. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They come out here in the eye. They'll try to run with Hunt. And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. Kareem Hunt, his 6th touchdown of the season, and the Raiders have taken the lead. Point after, right down the middle, and that will make this a 4-point game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And that should give his guys a spark. He's up all the way to the 44-yard line.
That strong return has set them up nicely for this drive, and we all know the next score is going to have a major impact on this game.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They had that lead that is now gone. It is completely gone. Now, how does that affect the psyche? Or am I reading into that too much? They should be okay still?
No, you're not reading into it too much at all. You've got to wonder what the psyche is of a team, because once you build up a lead and things are rolling pretty well, you don't expect it to change. And for it to change this dramatically, and now they're the team doing the chasing, yeah, you want to check out where they are mentally and whether or not they have it in them to come back. We'll soon find out.
Yeah, they're on their heels a bit right now. Now we'll play fake, and it's Watson. Open man is Ross, complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down. Watson now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Here's Watson. Thomas has got it. Complete. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. It's the Saints who hold the football, but they're trailing as we begin the 4th quarter of play.
Let's go. Mike.
Now a first down throw, Watson. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Mike Daniels able to record his 5th sack of the season. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points, said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being.
And he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans. A 3-yard touchdown run. And once again, the Saints are back out in front. Lutz good on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Too little, cut.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field.
Hey, box truck.
Shotgun now for Carr. Looking for Pettis, but that's intercepted. Picked up by Gary and Conley. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his 2nd interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Watson. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11. Watson now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Here's Watson. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. The throw over the middle taken in. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A first down there on a pickup of 25. Throwing on first down is Carr. That one is caught by Hunt. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. To throw again on second down. Carr. Room to run past midfield. This will be caught by Brown. And finally brought down at the 38. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 38-yard line.
That's good for Las Vegas. First down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll run on first down. Hunt. Big Sheldon Rankins there to bring him down.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 12 yards there and a first down.
This defense needs a big play in the worst way because so far, they're not putting up much of a fight. If they don't get a stop here soon, this game could be over for them.
On first down, it's Hunt. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 21-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Out of the backfield, it's Austin. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. On 3rd down, here's Hunt. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
Hey, Delta.
Carr to throw. And he's got his man, the tight end, McDonald. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Hey, orbit.
Now Carr. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
The Raiders on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. On the carry here, it's Austin. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. Now there's the timeout, signaled for with 2 seconds to go. And the field goal unit likely trying to send this one to overtime. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. And this one is right through. And that will tie us at 24 all. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Set for their first drive here in overtime. And this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team. And that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. On 1st and 10, Watson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you go make a play on the football.
Watson's throw pulled in by Hopkins. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. Where they say, it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes.
Watson now to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it was real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Now the pass, and it's into the arms of Hopkins. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
It's a gain of 23 yards. And the Saints first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. To the air yet again, Watson. Dancing to his left. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Watson now. Going to throw again. He's going to air this thing out deep for Thomas. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. In need of a 3rd and 10 conversion to keep this opening drive of OT alive. Now it's Watson. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Shaping up to be a very efficient opening drive here in overtime.
And can you feel the tension building? Because I'm feeling it. All right, I've got the sweaty palms here with each play because of the enormity of what's going on. Each play means so much in overtime, and they're handling it well as this drive continues.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Throwing again is Watson. Flushed out right, and he slides to avoid the hit. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw, so maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
They isolate Hopkins on the left side. A line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for second and goal. Back to throw, Watson. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. The target that time, Michael Thomas. But now it's third and goal.
All right, Captain. It's batten down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think we're going to try and dial up on third and goal?
Well, knowing them. And this will be caught. It's a touchdown. An absolute stunned silence here as they have come in and stolen this one in overtime. Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters what you wanted, but how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for New Orleans, they keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 8-3 on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the home team here, it's a loss that sets them back in their playoff push as they fall to 6-5. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.